Hello, everyone, and welcome back to a brand new episode of Gamer Chat. We told you we'd be back after our prediction video, and I want to say before we begin, I have taken notes of every game shown today at the Xbox Showcase. I also have notes on some of the main things we tried to predict in the Jeff Keighley Summer Game Fest and some other cool announcements that were there. But first of all, let me introduce the one, the only, Joe, back again. We said we'd be back. How you doing, bud?
And we're back, baby. We're back, baby. Yeah, I'm good. I'm good, man. Thanks for having me on again. It's been like I say, I had my head so under the snow, or head in the sand, should I say, rather, with work stuff for specific games, which you knew about. But it wasn't until we did our the episode earlier in the week. Was it earlier in the week? Yeah,
Yeah.
or last week.
It was last Sunday, I believe.
Yes, yeah, last Sunday, where I really sort of got on the hype train for all the stuff that's coming out, and I was like, oh yeah, there's more than just the games I've been working with. So yeah, it was really, really cool. Yeah, thanks for having me on. Looking forward to talking about everything. You have to catch me up on some of the stuff because I have been away, but I've been trying to keep on top of everything and have some pretty comprehensive notes on the Xbox show we've just seen.
Yeah, absolutely. So, first thing I'm going to talk about is I fucking told every single one of you there was going to be a PlayStation State of Play.
You did. You heard it here. You heard it here first, as you said.
And we did see it, and there were some pretty cool games at it. I didn't take any notes on that one, but what comes to mind is Illuminous' new game. When I first saw it, I thought it was Tetris Effect 2. It looked cool. Then we got Pragmata, finally has a release window of 2026. Finally, Capcom evidently on a roll. We'll get into more about that later.
Mm-hmm.
We also had Silent Hill F releases the day before my birthday. I am hyped.
Oh yeah?
I'm going to be playing that. Well, actually, I'm conflicted between that and another game I'll talk about because they're released the same day completely two different types of games. There was a few other small games, but the other big game announcement at the State of Play was the Arc Systems Studio Marvel game, Marvel's Two Cove Soul, something like that. So it's a 3v3 tag fighting game. Looks dope. Arc System Works, famously known for working on Guilty Gear games. They worked on Dragon Ball Fighter Z, or Dragon Ball Fighters, whatever way you want to look at it. Highly anticipated, coming out next year. I don't know, Joe, you're not really a fighting game fan, are you?
I used to love Dragon Ball Z back in the day, and I will play fight game. Definitely, it has to be sort of the thing I'm playing, like with people. I don't play against like NPCs, like or the computer. I'll play against people.
Yeah, that's no problem at all. Like,
I do like them, but I don't play them often, basically, because, like, as well as I do, as you get older, there's fewer and fewer people to play with.
That is very true. And then you come against
it's depressing.
Yeah. But that's why single player games are just there for us, And there's a lot of single player games that we'll get to talk about. However, the Jeff Keighley's, Jeff Keighley Summer Games Fest. I asked you, will Jeff Keighley show up in a suit and trainers? And boy, oh boy, did he show up in the most brightest yellow runners I have ever seen in my life. So we were both correct with that one. Both correct with that one.
Yeah, I just want to shout it out right here to you, Jeff Keighley. Like, nice crabs. Nice crabs.
Yeah. I think they were Adidas, were they?
I don't know. They were so bright, I couldn't see the branding.
Yeah. Like, we won't go in order of what games showed up, but we'll talk about certain games and what you were correct about. So, unfortunately, Arc Raiders, I said was going to be a shadow drop. Wasn't a shadow drop, but it is releasing this year.
Yeah.
Joe said
Yeah.
Kakao
There's
Games
been a,
was going to show up with Chrono Odyssey, and you were correct.
mhm.
So that showed up. I said Mafia was going to show up. Kind of obvious, but yeah,
Yeah.
correct about that.
Yeah.
in,
Yeah.
in my notes, I wrote down Kojima showed up and spoke about BS2. I meant to say DS2, so I'm mixing like talking about bullshit. But yeah, no. Unfortunately, we did not need to see that. We really didn't.
Mm.
From what I've heard and from what I've been hearing from some people, that cutscene that was shown, there about the 30 hours of gameplay they showed or like played, that still has no context of what shows up. So I feel like this character may be a possible playable character in the game.
Mm.
Like that's what I'm just. This isn't confirmed. I'm just thinking that's what they're going to try and do. Kojima loves putting a spin on things.
He does, and he loves smoke and mirrors with when he shows his games. They look incredible, but no one really knows what they're about until they release.
Yeah. Even at that, it takes a while for people to understand that after it releases as well.
Yeah,
Capcom
absolutely.
had a big presence. We had no Mega Man, unfortunately. I would have loved a Mega Man game.
That would have been great.
However, we did get a massive closer. Resident Evil 9. Resident Evil Requiem. They blue balls me to death. We said, "Oh, blink! I have nothing to show you, but it'll be here eventually." And then a few announcements later, we finally got the trailer. Resi 9, Raccoon City, blown up to pieces. Looks amazing.
Resi games always look amazing. They hit. Capcom never missed with the Resi games certainly in the last 5 to 10 years or something. Like,
yeah,
they've been bang on, and I'm excited for this, and I'm scared of horror games. So
yeah.
that says something. That says a lot.
And like the fact that we're in a hotel this time, I was wondering what way they'd go about it, but being in a hotel seems very confined, like condensed space, spooky. I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah.
We said that CD Projekt Red would show up. They didn't really show up, but they did announce that they are going to show a new update to Cyberpunk later this month, as well as the anime being shown off in a few weeks as well. So more CD Projekt Red Cyberpunk stuff coming soon. The one interesting thing was there was no PlayStation games at the Jeff Keighley show, which I was very surprised with. But there was a lot of gotcha games shown. Overall, the Keighley's, there was a game for everybody, but there was a lot of games that you just knew that yourself and I were not going to play. These gotcha games. Just way too many gotcha games at the showcase. But then again, when we eventually get to Xbox, we'll talk about why. But however, Lives of P showed up and Shadow dropped, which was interesting to see. I loved it. Did I download it? Absolutely. Have I yet to play it? No, I have not. I have not played it yet. I will get to it at some point, though. But
yeah, I've not played it either. I've been away, but I might have maybe known that was coming.
Yeah.
But yeah, it leaked slightly before, didn't it?
Yeah, I saw that it leaked like a few hours prior. Yeah.
Yeah, it's always a shame when it leaks, but I mean, it's kind of unsurprising because when it's being supported with retailers and things like that, those people talk and stuff. I guess it's but it's a shame that people like leak. Really, like it's not cool.
No, it's not.
But yeah.
But will we get into the main one, the big one that everyone was expecting today, the Xbox showcase? Shall we finally get into this? Or is there any other game that you want to talk about that showed up?
So I'm gonna have to go through our chat, but just quickly. But I'm pretty sure there was a couple of other games that you called.
James Bond. I don't know. Probably not.
Yeah, James Bond. You called it. I mean, it was we knew it was coming at some point.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. No, maybe not. Maybe not. But
There
yeah.
is
Anyway.
one or two games that'll show up today that I called.
Yeah.
So
Agreed. Okay. All right then. Let's move on. Let's move through to the Xbox. We've got plenty to talk about here. I think we can agree.
yeah, I have every single game put down here in order. So there's lots to talk about. So Outer Worlds 2 opened up the show with the release date of October 29th.
Mm-hmm.
As we're currently speaking, there is a deep dive in the game. I don't want to see much of it. I'm sold on this game already. But, you know,
I'm gonna watch it. Gonna watch it after this. Probably in bed. Still haven't unpacked from being away. Got like dinner to eat. Wanted to get this done. No, needed to get this done.
Yeah,
and watch the show.
dedicated.
I'm gonna watch it definitely.
Yeah. Like, I'll probably see like clips of it or something. But or like how you feel about it? Like you're thinking the same boat as me. RPG, Obsidian. The fact that they're releasing 2 games this year with as we see later on, they also announced another game which was insane. But yeah, what do you think of Outer Worlds 2? Does it get you any more hyped, like seeing the trailer today?
I loved Outer Worlds 1. I thought it was massively underrated. I couldn't believe it meted at 84 or whatever it was. I was sold on High on Life 2 from the moment it was High on Life. Outer Worlds 2. Skipped ahead just then. I was sold on Outer Worlds 2 from like the moment it was teased a couple of years ago now or something. And I'm definitely looking forward to playing. I'm particularly looking forward to see how they've evolved it based on having a much bigger budget and being able to really grow and improve. Because they had some really great RPG mechanics in there. I thought the worlds and planets were really, really cool. Like I loved the environment and the artwork in it. They had some really cool guns and weapons, and the speech and everything like that, and the RPG leveling and stuff. I think could have been better, but I think they had a great base to build on, and I'm really curious to see what they're going to do next. I do want to watch and that's why I want to watch the direct afterwards, by the way, because I want to know what they're doing differently, because it's either my hype's either going to stay at the same, which is it's probably about an 8.5, 8.3 or something. But if they've changed and updated things that I was like, yeah, then that needs to be done, then might be my most anticipated game. I don't know.
Interesting.
What about you? What do you think?
I'm sold. There's just so many games also to come out. Like this is a game I feel like I'll be chipping away at for some time. Like in the same boat as yourself when it comes to the Outer Worlds 1. Highly underrated. It was one of the first big Game Pass games back when it first came out. You know?
Yeah.
And I'm excited. I don't want to get too excited yet. I'll wait closer to launch. October is a long way from now, and there is a lot of games before then. A lot of games.
One thing though, and that you did that I will talk about quickly because it's something that you did mention. We saw a lot of PlayStation logos in that.
Yeah, one thing.
A lot. But we didn't see them on everything though.
As in
like I didn't note down every single game that had a PlayStation logo, but there were a few there where it didn't say that it was exclusive, but it didn't have a PlayStation logo there. So whether that was on the devs or the publisher providing the content, or the fact that it's some kind of time exclusive, but yeah, so very few exclusives basically.
Yeah, no, you were right. I'm remembering now. I did say don't be surprised if they go, and they basically confirmed that at the end of the show, but we'll get to that. And yeah, well, let's move on to the second game, shall we? That I got so hyped for, and just the way the game looks aesthetically and the way it played. It probably will play nothing like that. Maybe it will, but High on Life 2 coming to also Game Pass. another it'll
Yeah.
launching on Game Pass. Another big get. You and I spoke about this, and we were like, "Huh, this looks cool. It looks really cool." When I saw that little knife peek out, I was like, "Oh, High on Life 2."
Yeah. It's so good. I love High on Life. One, I thought it was one of my standout games. I think it released in 2020 or something.
Yeah,
Yeah, it was fantastic. Like, it's great. Awesome, like psychedelic visuals and like some really fun like platforming, great like gunplay and stuff. Um, and a pretty good story. Like, I think it was. I'm really hyped. I'm actually obviously I knew that this one was getting announced too. Did they announce the release date?
I can't remember. I really can't remember.
Okay.
I'll just have a quick look, just to double check. But yeah, no, I am in the same boat as you. I It says coming out this winter. That's all that we see. So yeah,
Oh, okay. Fair enough.
it says coming day 1 this winter on Game Pass. So that's
Okay.
so yeah. I might replay High on Life 1 just to go through it. But this next game is a game that you predicted,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
it kind of leaked yesterday a bit.
It did. Yeah.
And
yeah,
I think
yeah.
what
I
is
sent
it?
to you.
Is it called Renance: A Plague's Tale Legacy? Is that one?
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, a Plague Tale Legacy. Yeah.
yeah. You and I are both absolutely adore the Plague Tale games 1 and 2. We think they're fantastic, and this seems to be a prequel. And I didn't know what it was when it was first shown off because I was so confused. I first thought it was a Tomb Raider game, and then I was like, "Wait, is this like some weird Assassin's Creed game?" And then it kept getting closer to, and I was like, "Oh wait, this is Plague Tale." And
I called it straight away. That
Yeah,
I was like, I'm different to you. There, I was like, yeah, this is Plague Tale.
yeah. But yeah, no, I can't wait for it next year. Apparently, is 2026 probably going to be the biggest year in gaming history? Maybe.
It might well be. Yeah. Well, GTA. Well, it's on that alone, probably.
Yeah.
But,
But like with everything
yeah.
else as well is just kind of insane. But anything else you want to say on that?
Yeah. It's, as you said, it's like it wasn't going to be Amicia. That it seems like maybe that story is parked for now. But yeah, super hyped for it. Like it looks like them. It might be a little bit more combat driven than the other games, which are very heavy on being stealthy. So let's see how it goes. But yeah, I'm hyped to see how it happens, like, and how they can give us more lore and stuff like that about where the plague came from and stuff.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I'm hyped for it. And yeah, it was one of those ones like where it wasn't too hard to call that one coming. But we did, and well done us.
Yeah, so probably one of the biggest announcements at this showcase, the new ROG Ally handheld shown off.
Yeah.
For coming out later this year. 2 versions of it. There is the like extreme version, and then there's like a lower end version. I'm not sure if you saw, but this fucking thing is beefy. Like when I saw the size of it in Phil Spencer's hands and some of the people when they were showing the ad, I was like, holy shit, this is bigger than a Steam Deck. Like I think the size of it's going to be a tad bit overwhelming for a lot of people. Native gaming, by the way, which is very interesting to see. I'm going to try and put a price point on it.
Okay, go on. Because I was going to ask you, did they? Because I didn't remember seeing a price point. I was going to ask you if they did one. So obviously they didn't.
No.
Go on.
No.
We'll both give our give our guesses.
I'll just double check, just to make sure that they didn't announce a price. But it says native Windows support, cloud streaming, Game Pass support, play anywhere. Yeah, there is no sign of a price. So the 2 versions. So we've got the Ally X and just the Ally. I'm going to say the beefy one.
Surely they'd say Ally S and then Ally X.
Yeah, you know.
But anyway, go on.
I'm going to go with the price point of €600 for the LIX and
Yeah, yeah.
400 for the normal one.
Yeah.
So that
Yeah. I think you're right. I think it's 5.9.
$5.99
Yeah, 5.99. Yeah.
and $3.99.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, maybe it's like 450 or 4.999. But yeah, between that, I'm gonna go just so there's different. I'm gonna go 4.999 on the small one, and then 5.999 on the beefy one.
Okay.
But I was really impressed with it. It's a day one buy for me. I think I texted you. I tried saying day one ROG, and then instead put RPG like 3 times in our chat.
Yeah, I
so,
was like, what RPG are you
I'll take
talking
it.
about?
Yeah.
I was like, it kind of made sense for the next game that came up after it, but I was just kind of
Sure.
like,
By the way, did you see in the advert for it Hollow Knight?
yes, which also no Hollow Knight shown off here. And one of my predictions was it would be shadow dropped, and that obviously did not happen. So fuck you, Xbox, again. For we love you really, but you know, you're not the same anymore, and you keep teasing us with this game. This is the second time this year we have been teased with this game. First was at the Switch, and now here we are here, both shown on handheld devices and nothing to show for it. But yeah, handheld 20 later on this year. I might give myself a little Christmas present. We'll see. Let's talk about Rebel Wolves, and
looks sick
with their new game called The Blood of the Dawnwalker. For those who aren't aware, these are some of the developers of The Witcher 3, and you could hear, like, you could just aesthetically feel Witcher listening to it, the combat. There is, from what I believe, going to be a gameplay reveal soon. I can't remember the actual date, but it is this month. Walker.
It looked incredible. This Dawn of Bloodwalker, like it is it. So it's by this former Witcher 3 people. Is it?
Yeah, it's made by a.
Is it being published by Bandai Namco?
Yeah, it is.
Okay. Yeah. Anyway, I'm really hyped for it. I love vampire games, and this one looks proper gritty, like action packed and slightly. I don't know, slightly spooky, which is good. Whereas, yeah, there seems to be a real focus on story and stealth and combat, which is cool.
Yeah, no, I can't see it here, but I know there is something here, but I can't seem to find it right now, which pisses me off because I saw it just before we started. But anyhow, it'll probably pop back up for me. But we'll go into the next game, which is something that on stream I was like, wait, what?
Yeah.
And it's a 3D platformer, but it's Super Meat Boy. And I was so confused when I saw that Super Mario fucking pipe pop out of the ground. Because I thought it was I was like, oh my god, are they like announcing this for Nintendo? Like, we getting Xbox games on Nintendo's like Game Pass or something like that? That's what I thought it was. And then it was Super Meat Boy. We all know that Super Meat Boy and Xbox go way back to the arcade days. I love Super Meat Boy. Super Meat Boy 3D is the name of the game. I will probably get it day one as a big fan. What about yourself? You a fan of Super Meat Boy?
100% getting it day one. Like when I was looking at this game, I was like, wait, this is like Mario but with slime, and also like kind of reminded me a little bit of this game called Kung Fu Boomerang. I don't know if you've ever played that.
No.
It's on the Switch. Anyway, well, the what's it called when people get chopped in half mechanics. But anyway, yeah, those types of mechanics just reminded me of Kung Fu Boomerang.
Decapitated?
Yeah, day one. Yeah, it's decapitated. Not just It's when people get, mate, doesn't matter. Why get bogged down on that? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
There's a word for it. Sorry, I can't remember it. But yeah, I'm day one. Like I was actually, my missus was saying, she was like, I wouldn't play that as well. I was like, I don't blame you. It looks well good, but it might be a bit too difficult for both of us.
Oh yeah, I think this game is actually going to be quite difficult.
I think so too. But yeah, I love it. I love it. It looks cool. Looks fun, vibrant. I love it.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
coming in 2026, as far as I believe. The next game showed up, Ninja Gaiden 4.
When I saw Platinum Games, I was just thinking, oh no, it can't be.
What?
You know what I'm referring to, don't you?
It died Scalebound. Scalebound.
Yeah.
Is that what you're talking about? Yeah.
Platinum Games, I was like, no, it can't be.
No. I
and
saw
it isn't.
Team Ninja, and I was like, oh yeah, here we are. This is Ninja Gaiden 4. We know that it was coming. It was announced at the developer direct at the start of the year. I'll probably play it on Game Pass for the fact that I've played the other ones. The Platinum aren't really the same developers anymore as they used to be, due to the fact that some of their main designers have left. Many of their combat people have left. It feels like a former shell of their selves. So I will play it, but I'm more interested in the next game, if I'm being completely honest with you.
Yeah.
Indiana Jones.
I wasn't too interested in Ninja Gaiden, but yeah, I agree with you. It looked cool. The new indie stuff. Like I was hyped for it. Although I have to admit, I'm a real fraud, and I actually haven't played properly the original. Let's say the original. The one that the main game when it released last year. I know. Yeah, I know.
One of the best games.
Yep. Yeah. I'm gonna get back and play it, and this is an excuse now, giving me a time frame by which I need to have finished it by.
Yeah, like 3 months.
Yeah.
It's like a 30-hour game. Could be a lot more. I got lost in that game so many times, just from, not in a bad way. I mean, I got lost in looking at everything, exploring, things like that. It's a really beautiful game. But the next game, I completely was like, what the actual fuck?
Yeah. When I saw Game Freak, I was like, we're not getting Pokemon. Surely. We're not getting Pokemon. Sorry, everyone. But yeah, I was still like, it looked... I'm not, you know me, I'm not this kind of guy. Like I'm not massive on the sort of whole sort of ninja stealth fighting stuff. This game looks sick. It kind of gave me like Monster Hunter vibes, like, as well as like, I don't know, like some samurai type vibes. I was blown away, to be honest with you. I'm very, very hyped for this game.
Yeah, no, it is. It's completely out of their wheelhouse, if I'm being honest with you.
Beast of Reincarnation.
Yeah,
right?
Beast of Reincarnation. Yeah, it is coming to Game Pass also next year. Game Pass is just getting. It is, and I see it being more expensive come the next few months. But
hopefully they get that family plan together, because that. Have you guys got that? I swear they were trialing that in ROI.
Yeah, they were, but I haven't tried it. But I just stay to my normal one. But I will probably play this game day one, as long as it launches well. And for me, I think the next game we're about to talk about is probably the game of the show. Which is,
I agree with you. I was trying my best to message you like in the middle of it while I was watching. I was like, "Oh my god, that's freaking out!" Yeah, we spoke about this before, didn't we? Like in the predictions video, and I think we're both big fans of In Exile, and from what we've seen. By the way, it's going to be a while. As they were like, it's going to be. They didn't give any time frame, and they said at the end, didn't they? Yeah, it'll be ready when it's ready. So just blah blah blah.
It'll be ready in due time.
Yeah, so just shut up.
Yeah, I mean, with a game like this, and it looks like they are pushing the whole choice and consequence with your playthroughs. Really, and which one thing like that I think would be really cool, but I don't think it's probably going to be impossible to do, is like, if you fuck up a choice that you make, that you can reverse your time to redo that, and instead of like having to back out and save and that type of thing.
Yeah.
But no, creating your own protagonist, the humor spot on, looks fantastic. Gameplay looks fantastic. Platforming looks fantastic. The gun crafting looks great. Choice and consequence, as we went over already, looks good. They just know how to make an RPG, and I will say this is going to be if it doesn't come out next year, that's totally okay. I can wait another year or two for that, but it will probably be game of the year when it comes out if it does what I think it'll do.
Yeah, I mean it's 2027, isn't it, or 2028? Yeah. So and I'm happy to wait for it. Like, take all the time you need, but just release that game as to have the impact that we know it can. And I think you're right there, mate. I think it's at the very least it'll be between that and another game of that year. Which if it releases the same year as Elder Scrolls 6, Anyway, yeah, I'm hyped, and I think you're probably right. It's the game of the show. There are a couple of others where I was like, maybe that too. Including a couple of the ones that we've got coming up. But yeah, I think I was super hyped, and I remember thinking after the Matt Booty bit next, there was a tiny bit of a lull after a couple of in the next sort of segment. But sort of got on that Matt Booty bit. Like, are you ready to? Do you have anything more to say on Clockwork Revolution?
No, but one thing I just want to I'm just scrolling through Twitter to look for information here, and it's hilarious. We didn't get State of Decay 3, we didn't get Everworld, we didn't get Contraband. These are all games I thought that we might actually see some stuff of, especially with Undead Labs teasing stuff from what I saw.
Mm-hmm.
So
yeah,
I was kind of very surprised that we haven't seen anything for those. But one thing that was confirmed is Gears of War E-Day is releasing in 2026. That was released, which I thought was very interesting. But we will go back to where we were. We were talking about the Matt Booty thing, talking about Obsidian, and then they went and started talking about how they're making another game.
They did, yeah. But did you notice quickly, just on the Matt Booty thing, that he was going on about TV and film? I think we're going to see some more Xbox franchises come into TV and film.
Yeah, Grounded is getting Grounded is getting a TV. I'm not sure if it's getting a TV show or a movie, but it's getting one of those two. That's the one that's being made first from. But yeah, go on.
I was just going to say, because I would love to see like an Elder Scrolls 1. We've been like that. We know that fantasy stuff like that there's a market for it. Like Witcher did it really, really well.
Yes.
Would love to see it. Anyway, make it happen, Bethesda and Microsoft. Anyway, moving on. Yeah, Grounded 2. Did you play the first one?
I played a bit of it. I never played it through fully. I played a lot of it when it was in game preview.
Me too.
And I enjoyed what I played, but just those type of survival games I don't play for a long time. And it's like during that time when it did come out, there was a lot of other different games that were coming out as well. So I remember I just chipped on it for a bit, and I played it with some of my mates for a while, but I never fully like played through the entire thing. But I'm happy to see it as getting a sequel, and fuck me, like Obsidian are Xbox's version of Insomniac, even better at this point because it's been a while since we've seen an Insomniac game. But yeah, no,
they are cranking them out, aren't they? Yeah, they're cranking out bangers,
and it's the quality too. Like the quality of these games are phenomenal. But yeah, what were you going to say?
Yeah, I was just going to say I really loved Grounded 1, and by the way, guys, good shout on using The Offspring in a trailer. I immediately made me happy.
Yeah. I was vibing away on the stream.
yeah. But no, like me and my mates, like we, John Wood and Benji, like shout out those guys. We had so much fun like playing Grounded. We we built some incredible base and like going like halfway across the map and completed the storyline and some DLC and stuff like that. It's a great game. I can't wait. I'm hoping I'm going to be able to persuade the missus to play it as well. But yeah, I can't. glad that it's got a sequel, and I'm hoping it's going to be. I'm just hoping the base building is slightly improved. That was not the best.
I think that's one of the things I was getting bored of a lot.
Yeah. But yeah, anyway, yeah, so that's coming out July 29th. I think that's a good date for it too.
It is, isn't not too long. Game preview on Game Pass and PC Game Pass. So if next month, that is a big get for anyone with Game Pass. The next game, Blooper Team's new game, Chronos: A New Dawn. Blooper Team previously just made Silent Hill 2. It was a phenomenal game. I want to say I will look into this, but I just think that next year there's too many games. This would be not that high on my list. Bear in mind, it might change if people start saying it's one of the best things since a slice of bread and things like that. I will change my mind and revert to it. But as of right now, it's down a bit low for me. But happy to see Blooper Team are doing fantastic. After many of us doubted them after Silent Hill.
I thought it looked pretty cool. Like it had that. It was like a sci-fi sort of horror style thing, and I like that more than the traditional. I suppose like historic horror, I guess, for want of a better phrase for it.
Like a Dead Space.
But yeah, a bit Dead Spacey, or also what was that other one that was by it was a Bethesda game, Prey, is it? That game was sick. I actually thought at first there was I can't remember which one, but there was a game shown. I was like, is this? Oh no, I think it might be call it. No. But there was a game show. I was like, is this Prey? And it wasn't. And I was gutted, but it happens.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Yeah. No. Chronos: A New Dawn coming next year, apparently. So we'll see how that goes. The Elder Scrolls Online gets a new season.
Predictably, and a bit meh. Don't get me wrong. Like I love Elder Scrolls. I love Elder Scrolls Online. I've had my fun with it. I don't go back and keep playing all the expansions now. I'll pick and choose.
Yeah.
But it's pretty. I'm very impressed. That game's been supported very well, and it's just not quite the Elder Scrolls experience that I want.
Yeah. No. What is it? It's called the Season of the Worm Cult. Does nothing for me. I always tell myself I want to play it, but then when you just realize that another MMO, I don't want to get consumed by another MMO at the moment. But yeah,
you should stream it. I'm just saying, everyone. If this video gets 100 likes, David's going to stream it.
I will start it and finish it on stream. I won't end the stream until I finish it.
No. Oh,
I'll take 2 weeks off work just to do it.
Yeah, and the rest.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it will. What leads to Dontnod's new game? I'm surprised to see Dontnod here.
I was too. But a pleasant surprise. I mean, to me, this game, what was it? Aphelion
or something? Aphelion.
Yeah, Aphelion, yeah. It looked to me like my first thoughts was like, this is like a sci-fi Tomb Raider, and it looked good. I love those Tomb Raider games.
Yeah.
And I'm hyped to play it.
Yeah, like first I was like, oh, Dontnod, okay. Their games I'm not too high on, and then it continued to go on and on. I was like, I'm intrigued. It seems to be a very mystical type of game where a lot of mystery going on. I'm interested to see how it goes. It has piqued my interest, so I will be playing this. I'm pretty sure, correct me if I'm wrong, if it's also another Game Pass game, yes.
I think it is, yeah. Which is great to see as well. Because,
like
anyone who's on the fence about it can just try it on Game Pass.
Yeah, like whenever games showed up, I kept trying to see the PlayStation logo and like the Switch logo show up, but the Game Pass logo was on the left-hand side, which I wasn't really looking at that much. Some of them I saw, some of them I didn't. But yeah, moving on. Do you have anything else to say about that?
I think Athleon might have actually been one of those games that didn't have the PlayStation logo on it. I can't remember. I know I might be wrong there, so don't quote me on that. But I think it might have been.
Hmm.
But yeah, I do think it is coming to Game Pass. Yeah, you're right about the logo being on the bottom left. It was hard to pay attention to both things there.
A lot of
But
writing on the bottom, but not
um,
much time.
it tended to tell you before if it was Game Pass, though.
Yeah,
Anyway, um, the show must go on.
and it will.
And yeah, in this next one, which looked a little bit like a mystery game. What was it? There are no ghosts at the Grand.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I first saw it and I was like, okay, I'm not vibing with this. And then it started turning into a musical and singing. I was like, okay. And then I thought it was like a new simulator type game. Like I thought it was like a hotel simulator or something like that.
I thought that at first. I was like, this ain't for me.
Yeah, but then I was like, you know what? Like, and they were like, "This is for you, David." And I was like, "Huh? You talking to me? You talking to me?" And
you talking to me?
Yeah, and I was like, "I own a hotel now. Okay." I this has piqued my interest. At first I wasn't, but I'm actually looking forward to this type of game. I'm not usually, but I want to give this a go. It's
something a bit different, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's like it looks like a sort of a bit of a mystery game. Do you know what it reminded me of? Like those not escape room games. I can't remember. I can't remember what it's called now. But I played it with my mate, and it's one of those ones where it effectively is an escape room game, and it's like a mystery, and but in it there's a little storyline entwined. But it looked a little bit more actiony than just that. Yeah, it did seem like there was a load of puzzles to solve and stuff. So yeah, I'm here for that. I'm here for it. I'm gonna definitely try it, especially if it's in Game Pass.
Yeah. The next game kind of I lost interest in immediately. Age of Mythology, new expansion or a new team, Heavenly Spear. It's a Japanese mythology one. It's nothing for me. If I'm being honest, I don't play these games.
I don't really play RTS either. It's a big pile of meh to me.
Yeah, so
someone will like it, and I congratulations to you.
Yeah,
you are.
And the next game from Ever Studios, it's called Muddang Two Hearts, and I am very, very excited for this game.
Me too. But you know what? It kind of like reminded me of like Control and Splinter Cell.
That's yes, that's exactly what I was about to say.
And had a baby.
Yeah.
I'm hyped for it. Like, it seemed like a pretty not overly saturated style of game, and I'm very curious to find out more.
Like I thought this was the college.
Was Splinter Cell for a sec.
When the guy comes out from the
yeah.
I thought it was the new Call of Duty game because the new Call of Duty game is set in Korea. So I was confused when I saw it, and I was like, "Is this Call of Duty?" And I was like, "Oh wait, no, it's Ever Studios. It's a completely different team." But we will get to Call of Duty later on. However, the game looks sick. Muddang Two Hearts. I'll be playing it when it comes out. Anything else from you?
No, not on that. No. Let's move on to the the wonderful or thunderful game, Planet of Lana 2.
Children of the Leaf. Any thoughts on this one?
I like it. I liked the first one. It's not a game that I'm going to prioritize playing, but I will play it when I get around to it. I'm glad it's got a sequel, to be honest with you.
Absolutely, yeah. It isn't really for me, if I'm being completely honest, but I can appreciate it. That type of game.
Yeah, it's very, very visually pretty. It's a very pretty game. For its chosen art style, and I like seeing lots of different types of games, even if they're not for me. Like I say, I will play it and I will enjoy it. This one, but it's not a game that I'm the sort of game that I actively seek to play. Sorry, God, what's going on here?
It's okay. I'm yawning too. Professional podcast, by the way.
Yeah. We're seasoned pros in the old podcasting game.
Yeah.
Clearly. Anyway, speaking of seasoned pros, our next game is a bit of a seasoned Pro in the sense it's been around for a little while and support's continued for it. I'm of course referring to Fallout 76.
Yeah, we get the.
Did you play Fallout 76 at all?
Not really. No. I played a little bit when it first came out, back when it was in a mess. But I know that the game has been worked on a lot, and it's an absolutely great game now, apparently. And I appreciate that. I know that the game had a massive rise in player counts after the Fallout TV show came out. And like every other fantastic game, you need a good bit of fishing. And it's after, Destiny had fishing at one point, and now all the good games, Final Fantasy 15 had fishing. So many good games have fishing.
Developers are now asking themselves this very question: if we don't have fishing in our game, are we even a real game?
Exactly.
And it's true. It's true. Yeah. I actually did play Fallout 76. I'm pretty sure we've spoken about this before, and I won't go back and play it again. I think I'm probably done with it, but I'm glad it's still getting supported, and it is a good game now. If you haven't played Fallout 76 because of hearing about it, go and play it. If you like Fallout, you probably will like it. It's not a conventional Fallout proper RPG, but you will enjoy it. It's fun.
Absolutely.
Especially with people.
Yeah. I think that's the thing, like with that type of game, I felt just too lonely back when I played it, and there wasn't many NPCs. But this one, the next game that we'll talk about now, speaking of being solo and lonely in a game, Solo Leveling, Arise Overdrive, isn't for me. The anime is good, but when it comes to these anime fighting games, it's just hit me, So it's a miss for me
nowadays.
Yeah.
Yeah. I actually thought it looked quite cool, like the whole 2-player, 4-player. I'm not going to play it, but I did think that I was like, yeah, okay, that's cool. I was more interested in the next game, to be honest with you. The whole it's a Japanese style game at least, but it looks the Pokemon likes or pet collector type fighting games are.
So in my notes, I have it down as the Pokemon clone Animo.
Yeah.
So
Animo, yeah.
It looks very interesting. Some of the Pokemon look almost ripped off completely, but a lot of them also don't. The game looks cool. The way that you can transform from the Pokemon into the person and the traversal looks cool. It's probably a game I'll play for like one sitting and just not play again. If I'm being completely honest with you. Yeah. It looks pretty cool though. Just another one of these clones. I wish we could see more of them, but not much more for me there. What about you?
I mean, I'm a big Pokemon fanboy. Or I say I'm a Pokemon fanboy. I'm one of those Pokemon fans that loves to hate on all the new games, because what they're not doing what I want to see happen in new games. I love Power World and Pocket Pair. Shout out those guys for what they did.
Absolutely.
And in terms of giving Nintendo something to think about there, I'm pleased to see something like this. I think the space needs more competition. Nintendo can't expect to have a monopoly on this, and should go and have a little word with themselves. I hope this does really well. I'm going to play it. Like you, I'll probably play it like once all the way through and then be done with it. I don't think I'll go back to it if it doesn't have the nostalgia pull of Pokemon, but it does look fun. So I'm going to give it a go. You never know. You never know.
Absolutely.
Speaking of nostalgia, though, Dave.
Speaking of nostalgia, Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 3+4 with a demo available today and a very audible pop from myself that we get to play as Michelangelo, the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle, my boy Mikey.
Yep.
Absolutely. And Bam Majira coming back. There was rumors that he wasn't at the start.
With CKY playing as well. His what was it, 96 Bitter Beings or something? That song. Oh.
This looks like it has the potential to be fantastic. The maps that they're making is fantastic. We have seen they did tease a good few months back. They teased the SpongeBob under the water level. I'm interested to see what happens there. Plus, we've got TMNT, we've got Doom Guy. This game has a chance to be phenomenal.
Yep. Agreed.
Yeah. I'm
Agreed, and I think this is the sort of game that has normie power. And by
mhm.
normie power, I mean like it will bring normies to Game Pass. And you know what, if if Microsoft were going down the exclusivity route, they won't be. I'm pretty sure it was announced for every single platform.
Yeah.
But
This
if
is
they did, this is the sort of game that pulls people to the platform. Hopefully, it will pull for Microsoft. It'll pull people to Game Pass. But
mhm.
thankfully for gamers, you'll be able to play it wherever you play.
Yeah, this
So
is one of
yeah.
those games that had every platform: Steam, PlayStation, PS4, Switch, Switch 2. There's a lot of them. So
Mm-hmm.
it's awesome to see.
Yeah.
This game is probably going to sell a lot. But
Yep. Yep.
after Tony Hawk's Pro Skater and seeing the demo for today, we got a game that I actually got very interested in.
Okay.
At Fate's End, I never played Spiritfarer, but this game where it's kind of like tarot cards in the combat plus dialogue options, I like how it looked. The combat looks
Yep.
cool. The story looks interesting. If I'm being completely honest with you, I would not play this game if it wasn't on Game Pass. But however, I do think it's interesting enough to give it a go that it's on Game Pass. So
Yeah. It's a game that's again maybe not for me. But I liked Spiritfarer. I thought it was a real like something different, and At Fate's End obviously looks to follow suit. So yeah, I'm pleased. I probably won't play it, but I know people who might. Yeah,
but
hope it does well.
and speaking of games that a lot of people will play,
Yeah, hell yeah. Lots of people now on every single platform.
yes, we got Gears Reloaded. I was very happy for a second. I thought it was Gears E Day. I thought we were finally getting to see this game. But this comes with cross-play, cross-progression. Massive news this is. This game is going to be a massive success on other platforms. If you've never played a Gears of War game, you need to play Gears 1.
Yeah, and if you have played a Gears game, get on and play online multiplayer because you'll get to rinse all the new players.
Exactly. Unless you're like, I feel like PlayStation players are going to turn off crossplay. I just like But yeah, like up K 4K upres game looks gorgeous. What more can I say? I've played Gears my entire life, so I'd be there day one. And with the news of Gears of War E-Day releasing in 2026, huge. And what about yourself when it comes to Gears?
Yeah, hell yeah, I love Gears. I'm gonna play it. I probably won't tune in for the multiplayer. I'll just get to play the campaign all again and everything. But yeah, I was pleased to see it. I was kind of gutted to not see E-Day, but what are you gonna do? Turns out we were both wrong about that one. Hey,
Yeah.
I think we both said E-Day would show up. Maybe if it doesn't show up at Gamescom, which it might well do, we'll probably see it in any January showcase or maybe the Game Awards.
I think Game Awards.
Yeah, we'll see.
But yeah. The next game though, I was like,
You did call.
Persona 4 remake, or shall we call it Persona 4 revival. This is a little put together from P Studios director Kazuya Wada. It says, "Hello, this is Wada from P Studio. We are very pleased to announce the release of Persona 4 Revival. We look forward to sharing even more information in due time. Persona 4 spawned numerous spin-off works, including TV animes, Persona 4 Arena, Persona 4 Arena Ultimax, and Persona 4 Dancing All Night. And this special title has been a part of Atlus for many years and holds a personal place in my heart. We are currently working on this project with all our passion and love. We are confident that this will be a fresh and surprising product for both newcomers and longtime fans, and we look forward to sharing with you all. Additionally, we are actively preparing for the future development of the Persona series as a studio. We are working hard to meet the expectations of fans around the world, and our work is progressing well. Please stay tuned for more updates. We look forward to continue support for our Persona series. So basically says Persona 6 is being worked on, but they want to try and work on this a bit more. So I was technically right with Persona 6 too. I'm not sure if I said it, but if I did, I'm taking credit for that too, because
you definitely did. Well, you said something about Persona.
Yeah, but hey, it's also on Game Pass. That's huge.
Yeah.
And anything to say about Persona? I know that I don't think you're a big fan of JRPGs.
It's not. Yeah, it's not really my bag. I'm glad. It's nice to see it there for the people that do like, because I know it's very popular. It's also good. Good to see Xbox continue to get Japanese support. I suppose it's a lot easier now when they don't seem to ask for any kind of exclusivity on their games. So yeah, I'm happy, but I'm not going to play it.
Absolutely, that's understandable. I can totally understand that. The next game, Sea of Thieves, their new update. They have just announced the Sea of Thieves, the Smugglers. I can't remember the name of it. The
Voyage, was it?
Smuggler's Tide. Is that what it's called?
Yeah, actually, that is it. Yeah, I remember seeing Smuggling Voyage, but yeah, it's Smuggler's Tide.
Yeah, so we saw that. I'm disappointed. I called for a One Piece anime collaboration and we didn't get it. I'm upset. It was a perfect opportunity. And but yeah, Sea of Thieves, more Sea of Thieves. I'll pop in to see it try it out, and then drop it again. I won't play till they finally add One Piece, I guess. So I'm putting my foot down here. I'm not playing Sea of Thieves until I get my One Piece collaboration. Rare. Xbox. Do something, please. You're missing out on money.
Yeah, absolutely. Mind you, it'll cost a bit of cheddar, hey. But with Sea of Thieves, again, it's a bit of a no from me. Like, I can't be bothered to play it. Like, it didn't really speak to me. That game is. I know that why they don't do progression, but there must be a way of segmenting it so that it's like Elder Scrolls Online, where you can do the progression, but then when you go into, but then it's all scaled when you do the online against people. So like when you're fighting NPCs and like the skellies and stuff like that, do you know what I mean? There's a scaling and you can like acquire more power and things like that. But when it comes to the PvP element of it, it just is equalized. It's calling out for that. Like I feel like so many more people would play it if there was that. But yeah, anyway, what are you gonna do?
Yeah, but that's Sea of Thieves. The big game on multiple different platforms. And the next game, I was very surprised to see, if I'm being completely honest with you. Very surprised to see. I was kind of taken by, especially how it said world fucking premiere. And I was like, what?
I was like, what's this?
I was like, what game is this?
I thought they were acknowledging the fact that there was quite a few world premieres, and they were ragging themselves. No.
Yeah, Invincibles versus a new fighting game from Skybound. I love Invincible, great TV show, great comic book as well. Do I feel like I need this? Not really. I don't really feel like I need it. I'm like, if I'm to say to pick between this and the PlayStation Marvel fighting game that's shown, I would pick the Marvel's game. Like the style of that, the Iron Man in that looked cool, by the way. I mean, however, this game, see, I need to see a bit more of it. I need to see the roster. The roster is what's kind of holding me back.
I got Dragon Ball Fighters, Fighter Z vibes from it, but with Invincible. It's not really a game for me, being honest with you. I hope it does well, but I don't think it will. I say, like, Invincible isn't. It's a bit more of a cult.
Yeah, it is. It is
cult following rather than like widely appreciated.
Yeah.
So we'll see. We'll see how it does. I probably, like I said, I probably won't play it. But you know what? If someone's got it, and sat around a couch with a few people, I'd probably play it. But other than that, I'm not going to buy it.
Understandable.
And even on Game Pass, I'm probably not going to download it.
Damn.
I'll stream.
If it was on Game Pass, I'd play it. But did it say Game Pass? Did it? I don't think so.
I don't remember. I don't
Yeah.
think it did.
But yeah.
Actually, when I first saw Skybound, I was thinking, "Oh, Wolf Among Us too," but no.
Yeah. No, as I said, I'll play if it's on Game Pass. If not, I don't want to see myself paying for it, especially if I can pay for Marvel's Fighters. I will play that. But
Yeah.
the next one, the big one.
This is pretty cool. I mean, it's about 4 years too late, but it's pretty cool.
You say 4 years too late, right? But I did predict one of two things would happen. I said we will either get Final Fantasy VII Remake later in the year, and Final Fantasy 16 will shadow drop. And it shadow dropped. We got a Final Fantasy 16 shadow drop. Bear in mind, it didn't drop on Game Pass like I thought it might. However, it was shadow dropped today. I'll take it as a win. If you've not played Final Fantasy 16, you owe it to yourself. It is by far one of the best Final Fantasy games. The story in it is good. The combat is phenomenal. If you like Devil May Cry, this is Final Fantasy Devil May Cry. And every single boss battle, you will be in awe with how over the top and amazing they are. Have you played any of the Final Fantasy? Like, have you played 7 or Integrate or?
No, it's not really for me. I played Final Fantasy 7 on PlayStation 1, was it?
Yeah.
Back in the old day. But no, it's not really for me. To be honest with you, the turn. I know everyone bangs on about the story and stuff like that, and you know what? Maybe I would. I'm not. Oh, I don't know. I just can't. No part of me wants to play it. I don't know why.
Is it the turn base or?
No, because I've loved Baldur's Gate 3.
I suppose, yeah.
Like, it's not the turn based, but also the South Park game is turn based, and I really enjoyed that as well.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know. Maybe I will give it a go. If it was in Game Pass, I definitely would. By the way, but it's not. Sadly, I'm not sure that many. I know Square seems like they're going to support Xbox now, but I can't see a lot of their games unless they're older going into Game Pass because they do seem like a show me the money type company. Like upfront payments. Like they don't want to do like subscriptions.
Okay.
And that's fair. That's fair. That's how it works. If that's what works for you, that's cool. I'm not poo-pooing Square at all.
Oh no, like they're phenomenal games. Like obviously Square have the audacity to sell like 4 million, 5 million exclusively on a PlayStation and say it's a failure. Like they need to, fix their expectations when it comes to their games. I will always buy a Final Fantasy.
No, I said that's true.
Yeah, I love Square Enix games. I really wanted to see Final Fantasy 9, but a part of me feels like next year is when that game will come out. I think the anniversary is next year. I thought it was this year, but I think it could be next year. But
yeah, maybe next year.
But seeing Final Fantasy finally come to Xbox for so long is a big win. Now, I'm going to make this very abundantly fucking clear for all of those stupid people on X or Twitter who will talk about not having Final Fantasy VII on Xbox. It's there now. Make sure to pre-order it and buy it. Put your money where your mouth is.
Agreed. Yeah, you can't moan about something if you don't really care about it. Like, just otherwise, you're just console warrior, and we don't have any time for you guys. So.
There's so many people who they will pop up every single year. Oh, this is the year we're getting it. This is the year we're getting it. Yes, we finally got it. Now make sure you buy it and shut up. Okay? Final Fantasy 16. Yeah, Final Fantasy 16 released today. One of the best Final Fantasy games. Buy it. I want to see you buy it and play it. And I want to see your usernames too. So if I look up your name and I see that you haven't played the game, I don't want you speaking.
Yeah.
I've platinumed.
He will do it as well.
I have platinumed Final Fantasy 16. Okay.
They call him Platinum Dave for a reason. People.
Exactly. You've heard it here first. I'm sick to death of these people online who say that they play these games and they don't, just for engagement farming. Hey, this is. I'm gonna probably clip this out and make it that you're all fucking idiots if you don't just do that. I'm sick to death of you. There's a reason why Xbox is dying, and it's people like you.
Yeah.
So, you know.
And I mean, there's other reasons, but yeah, it started off as that. Yeah.
Well,
anyway.
Well, anyway, sorry for that tangent. Leading on to the next game. Which game I think we both said would show up.
No, I think this was you said it, you called it. I agreed with you.
Yeah.
I was like, I could, to be honest with you, and I shame myself for this, but I forgot about Double Fine being an Xbox studio. And yeah, I thought this looked really cool. It looked, you know what? I don't know why. Obviously, in its own Double Finey way, it kind of reminded me of It Takes Two, even though there was no evidence really of multiplayer. Just sort of the platforming and the puzzle elements to it, I guess.
Yeah, no. So this is Double Fine's new game, Keeper, releases October 17th this year. I'm very excited about that. They kept this very close to their chest, and they're like, "Hey, you're ready to go? End of the year." I will be playing it. I love Double Fine. Psychonauts was fantastic. The art style of this looks great. I'm interested to see what this world and what is wrong with this world. The way that the world reacts to the light and everything like that. Everything looks great.
It does. It looks very good.
I'm very, very excited. However, before I get on to the last thing, do you have any information, any thoughts, shall I say, on Double Fine's new game?
Yeah. Before you talk about yes, I do. I'm hyped for it. I'm going to be playing it day one, and I'm going to buy it as well. I'm not going to just Game Pass it. I'm going to buy it. I do. Before you talk about the next game, I want to just make a quick comment about the man himself, Phil Spencer. Is that okay?
Absolutely.
Phil, you look great. You did.
He looked great.
Like,
yeah.
He did. Yeah, he's obviously been taking care of himself, and I respect you for that, Phil.
Yeah, it's like I saw images of him, like with some people, like shout out Lord Cognito.
Cognito, yeah. I saw that.
It's like pictures of him, and he was like looking really healthy, and it's great to see that he's taking care of himself. Was it like a few years ago he was a little bit overweight, but
yeah.
But great to see.
Still look great there, Phil. But
yeah, absolutely, absolutely loving it now. But But before I even get on to the last game, okay. Before I even get on to the last game, there is the fact that we'll go over what we didn't see. We saw no State of Decay 3. What was that about tweeting it the day or two before?
God knows.
What was that
God
about?
knows. No, I think it was a tease, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
I think we'll probably see it at Gamescom. Probably be on opening night live. Yeah, maybe. Probably. That was a misdirect. They will have something. They wouldn't have done that for no reason. It's just a bit of a dick move otherwise. If you know what, it's going to be at Gamescom. You heard it here first. That's a prediction, by the way. I don't actually know anything.
Ooh, we're already starting our predictions before we even get.
Well, we can clip it. We can clip that. Clip it.
Yeah.
Anyway, there was a few games. What else wasn't?
So State of Decay, Fable, Gears of War.
We knew we weren't seeing Fable. We both called that.
Yeah.
No, we didn't actually, but we said it might not show up because of
but you know, I know what you mean. State of Decay, Fable, Perfect Dark wasn't here. The new Halo wasn't here.
Well, I mean, yeah.
Like it's
Elder Scrolls 6 didn't show up.
As fuck's sake.
I'm glad. Yeah. Another call I made. I wouldn't really call that a good call though.
No.
It's just like it was more of a. I was kind of gutted when people started saying it because I saw you say it and then I saw other people start saying it. I was like, oh, maybe is there something to this?
Yeah. Now I was fully convinced. But I guess I'll eat shit then, I guess. But however, Xbox, I hope you're listening to me for next year's. It's all well and good that you confirm that we're next year. We are getting on the console, not just being shown up, but releasing next year. We are getting Fable. We are getting Halo. We are getting Gears. That's all great and good. But please, please do not say you have one more thing to show. And it is Call of Duty. Congratulations. A game that we knew was coming this year. The annual
a game
gaming,
that everyone knows.
the game that we all knew was coming this year. We know Call of Duty is releasing. We knew. Bear in mind.
This is why I reckon that whole finisher is why Aaron Greenberg tweeted saying temper your expectations.
Yeah.
Like, you always generally, and they are pretty good normally with the last game being a bit of a mind boggler, like, but that one they really stuffed the landing there. I think a little bit. It was it was a bodge job.
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong. I actually didn't realize it was Call of Duty even at first. I thought it was Prey. I thought it seemed very Prey-like. You know, like in the start where he's like looking in his eyes and stuff like that.
Yeah, and the cracks in the glass. Yeah.
Yeah. And then it came out with Call of Duty, and I was like, oh, okay. Why is this? But first something else. Like,
Yeah, it's like we know Call of Duty is coming. We know.
Everyone knows. My grandmother knows Call of Duty is coming. Do you know what I mean? Like,
yeah, like okay, so we know it is Call of Duty Black Ops 7, but it is a sequel to Black Ops 2.
Right.
Can we not just call it 2.5? Something like that. Like, you're making it fucking confusing, guys.
Yeah, 2 squared.
Yeah, we still don't know who's making it. We don't know if it's Treyarch. We don't know who's making it. But however, in good old Call of Duty fashion, I am very excited for the campaign. I played through the campaigns, but the fact that we're getting Mason back, phenomenal. Happy to get Mason back. But there's just so much that is to be answered. We got a little cheeky snip of gameplay at the very end there. And one thing I forgot to talk to you about, which was Xbox related completely, was Xbox originally had Project Wu-Tang.
Yes.
And now they got they've shipped away from it and it's with somebody else now. That's something that I found very interesting. I wonder if there is more projects like that coming.
I think it. Do you know? Here's my theory. I think it has something to do with their exclusive strategy. I think that it was along an exclusive thing, and now since they've shifted away from that, they were like, okay, well, we're not going to give you the money you want that was promised along with this, and in order to fund the game right, it moved away to someone else.
Yeah,
that's my theory.
Absolutely, I agree. But with all that being said, what would you give the showcase out of 10?
An 8, but a low 8.
It's like okay.
Yeah, do you know, like an 8 minus or something? I don't know. Like it wasn't in the 7s. It was enough to be an 8, but like
it was like there was a game here for everybody.
There was a game here for everyone. There was very few mind blown videos, but there was like a lot of stuff there. I'm excited for it. Obviously there was stuff that we know is kind of coming. We still wanted to see, and to be honest with you, they maybe only needed to show even just Contraband, and everyone would be on. Would have upped it to an 8 plus or or you know what I mean. Like it was good, not great.
Yeah, but however, we have lots of games to feast on until next year.
Indeed.
Is there any closing comments you want to add, Joe?
Aside from reiterating the whole Phil look great thing, 2026 looks stacked.
Absolutely.
And I am very, very, very excited to see more. To be honest with you.
Yeah.
From all of the upcoming games. In fact, I'm going to go right on and watch the Grounded and Outer Worlds 2
Fuck it. You know what? I might do it too while I'm editing this podcast. I might do it too.
Yeah. Just, no, my closing comments are like it was it's great to see like so many games for so many different people. There are a lot of games I want to play, but not loads of games that I need to play. But it seems like there's some gaming is definitely getting bigger. It seems like there's more of something for everyone than there ever has been before, and that's only good for the industry, even if it's not amazing for individuals all the time. That being said, I mean, it was already stacked. The showcases didn't need to be stacked with stuff for maybe core gamers like us. And so, yeah, happy, not ecstatic. What about yourself?
I'm trying not to be harsh because I'm just looking at the list. Like, we got so many good things. I would agree with you. I think an 8, like just an 8 flat. Like, there's so many new things. That obviously, there's going to be games here that we're going to be playing. There's obviously probably going to be even more games that get announced at the opening night live or the Tokyo Game Show for even that we are yet to come out. A lot of these games are like, I'll play. Like, you know, like I'm looking through all these and there's so many I'll play. So yeah, I give it a good 8. Like there's so much here for so many people. Apparently as well, also Forza is confirmed for next year as well. So we are getting the burgers, the fries, and the shake next year coming to PlayStation.
Yeah,
and a little if we want to add in a McFlurry too, called Fable the McFlurry. You know, that's a great selection of things coming. I will probably buy I'm going to buy all these on a PlayStation next year, and you already know why I want to. You already know why. I don't have to explain myself. But this has been fantastic. And Joe, I think this has been quite a decent, like, it's not obviously the E3, but this is the new E3 we have. It's just so, yeah, I think it was okay overall. We got some big announcements. We got the Resi. We got some new PlayStation games. We got some new Xbox games. Got some demos. You know, it's great to see how much demos are coming back.
Yeah, absolutely.
And the Neo 3 demo also for people. It's limited on the PlayStation console. Make sure that you play it. You have until the 18th of June to play it, and then it's gone again. I played through it. It is fucking sick. So highly recommend it. But Joe, I believe that is us today. Just let people know where they can find you again on social.
Sure. Well, find me. I'm Mopish Lawyer on consoles and socials and Steam and whatnot. I'm also at sort of my company, 3 Gaming Pillars. If you want to look at that, 3gamingpillars.com. That's me.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Cool. Thanks for having me on again, mate. And what about back to you?
Yeah, no, that's all from us to now. You will see us again soon. We'll probably do a predictions to opening night live. We'll get some more information on certain things, but it won't be as big as that. And then we'll get together again before the Game Awards. There's so much to play till then. I already have locked in my game of the year. I don't see anything else beating it. Hopefully, we'll talk about more. But as I've also said, we are going to be having a new streaming layout soon. So it will no longer be Monday, Wednesday, Friday. It will be changed again soon. Trying to make it a bit more of a weekend thing and just do lots of editing throughout the week. So yeah, 2026 is going to be a big year. That's the way it's going to be.
To be fair, I think there's going to be probably in the next couple of weeks or so, there's going to be lots for us to talk about as things and announcements get unpacked, more information's revealed, and things like that. So I'm excited to talk about that. Plus, you know, honestly, the gaming industry is all discovery at the moment. It's all about the discovery for games. So there's don't be surprised to see more events and showcases and things like that pop up. I also think that we should take a look at Steam Next Fests and stuff like that. Do you ever watch Next Fest?
Rarely. I don't have time to.
Ah man, if you do get the time, and we should talk about some of the stuff, because like some of the stuff that pops up on Steam Next Fest is the stuff that sort of pops off and like becomes like some of the top selling games.
When is Steam Next Fest? Is it currently ongoing or?
No, it's not going on at the moment.
Starts tomorrow.
Is it really?
It starts tomorrow. So Steam Next Fest starts tomorrow, and so far demos to look out for are. Oh, if Ninja Gaiden Rageban has a demo tomorrow, I'm fucking downloading that straight away. Yeah, no, we can. There's a Mina the Hollower demo out now on Steam.
Apparently, I
Yeah, no,
that's news to me.
Yeah,
You caught me off guard with that one.
Yeah, apparently
Yeah,
so.
I think we should look. The Steam Next Fest, they happen like quarterly, I think. Like we should. There's plenty for us to discuss over the coming weeks and months, and more stuff to unpack. So yeah, I'm looking forward to hopefully doing that.
Oh, absolutely, buddy, absolutely. We will be back again. We might even do some little mini games every so often throughout the weeks to come. But yeah, this has been Gamer Chat. Thanks everyone for listening. Make sure, let us know what ye liked. Type in the comments what games that you were excited about, or games you're disappointed didn't show up. But yeah, that's been today. Thank you. Peace out.
Peace out.